Hey, what's up, everyone? Once again, this is your one stop for strange and unusual events taking place in the world around us. These posts are originally brought to you by Strange Sounds, the Strange Sounds Twitter page. Give them a like, give them a follow before they remove them from the internet because they're talking about doing this. So, I'm going to go ahead and get to the news that you might not hear elsewhere. First, don't forget to check out this Twitter page right here. I want you to check this out. An anomalous large group of methane vents discovered at the northern Cascadia zone. There are more than 1,700 clusters of these vents discovered along the coast of Washington state. As it states here, oh my goodness. And just like 2011, they're calling this Snowmageddon around this world. Meters and feet of snow in California. Europe's exceptional snowfall continues, while Japan being inundated by snow. Canada being consistently rife with snow. China's winter storm alerts continue, while record-breaking bombogenesis has brought record amounts of snow in the Sierras and the Rockies this week from 4,000 miles stretch of storm. This is a very large system going across the atmospheric river. It's said to be a powerful atmospheric river that's going to dump much more snow on Sunday than it did on Saturday. Meanwhile, the snow won't let up for Europe, with more on the way this weekend, while Japan, Canada, and China have already registered their first winter storm alerts. The Rockies did 10 inches of snow, and according to the weather alerts, Colorado was up for 12 inches of snow to 24 inches of snow within 24 hours. This was an image out of Colorado in Boulder. Snow blankets, the national forest in California, left charred by the fire, the cave fire, and then covered in snow. It may even be that there are 2 atmospheric rivers that are coming within the next week. It's possible that they could see 2 Mississippi rivers worth of water fall 2 times within the next week. Now that's 5 to 8 days. These narrow rivers of moisture are directed into the west coast, as you can see right there by radar. And then not only that, there's another snow on the way for California, another storm as well. While emergency situations taking place in Canada, particularly British Columbia, they said Montana highways remain in poor condition. The United States border of Canada dealing with a snowstorm disaster. It's been so far an above average snow season for Canada. Snow is causing major problems in China, and as you can see on the top right here, another volcano is erupting. According to Global News, you can see the eruption taking place right there. Heavy snow swept northwest in China's autonomous region from Thursday, disrupting traffic. They had to close more than 124 miles of highways and provincial and national roads. Over 10 meters of snow fell. That would be 33 feet of snow, blowing snow, reduced visibility in China. 33 feet of snow. And high winds caused the snow to be even worse across Japan. This image out of Japan below, they said you need to use blower powder. They said, I guess that's why they call it this, because you'll have to use blow technique of snow clearing that snow this morning in November in the area of Hokkaido. Meanwhile, snow slowing travel down and everything in Europe, wrapping up as one of the snowiest Novembers in parts of the Alps. The Alps accumulated snow of 59 inches or 150 centimeters. More than 59 inches of snow have fallen in the areas of Europe. This season of snow has been one of the worst that they've ever seen. November was full of snow, and so will be the coming winter. They said in certain areas, the Alps received 8 to 20 inches in Switzerland, Austria, and the Dolomites. And for some reason, there was a Facebook and Twitter outage, or Instagram outage as well, across this world, but the majority of which was in the United States on Thanksgiving Day. And for some reason, this Thanksgiving felt off. It didn't feel like Thanksgiving Day this year. What did you think? Let me know. These were the outages of Instagram and Twitter and Facebook across the United States. So people actually had to talk to each other. Boo hoo. Maybe you can hear that spirit sound above me. I deal with that a lot. Thousands of jellyfish washed up on shore in the Azov Sea in Crimea. Maybe you can hear that spirit running. Earlier, something went thump thump thump, and I go thump thump back at it. Now, interestingly enough, I have a Mandela effect that was discovered by one affected, I believe. He originally stated it. Apparently, the Mississippi River is not the longest river in the United States anymore. It's now the Missouri River. That was not what I was taught. But three large earthquakes, considerably large, considering what we normally receive in the New Madrid fault line, occurred. So about 2 or 3 days ago, 3 earthquakes in a row rattled the Missouri area, the New Madrid fault line, just one state away from us. And the Massachusetts police have been testing out this Terminator-like dog. The police have been testing this out for future use. They're going to use this against the general public. Now, I can understand this kind of situation when you're trying to get to people in need, but just to use it on civilians, that seems to be like a future George Orwell totalitarian society that I do not care for. But this was tested in the rain, and these dog-like animal robots can do any type of maneuver, anything. Kind of a dystopian future vision there, huh? They're claiming a lightning bolt killed and stripped these cows of their skin, killed 49 cattle all at the same time in the country of Zambia. Now, I don't know, that just doesn't seem right. It just doesn't seem like these cows would be, I don't know, something doesn't add up, but maybe it did. Meanwhile, temperatures as low as almost negative 60 degrees Fahrenheit, it's around negative 65 degrees Fahrenheit, or negative 54 degrees Celsius in Russia right now. These frigid temperatures are engulfing Russia, which is even colder for their area. That's even cold for their place. So that's Canada, United States, Russia, the European countries, and several more countries dealing with these record cold temperatures. Japan and China as well. Now that explosion that happened in Texas, that was major. It knocked windows out at this large of a radius. You can see how far that this explosion knocked down windows and all kinds of things that far away. That's how far away the power of this explosion went. And there's of course some lawsuits over this, and they're looking into it, investigating it right now. It was felt all across Texas and Louisiana, so we'll see what happens. Now, this double bomb cyclone, this is the storm. It's like a hurricane on land. This is the massive storm system that's been hitting California, and they're expecting 2 more bombogenesis storms to hit the United States, or bomb cyclones to hit the U.S. within the next 5 to 8 days. So this is a very, very big deal. Check out the massive size of this storm on radar from satellite view. So this storm has over 100 mile per hour winds to 120 mile per hour winds in it. They're hurricane force winds on land, and you mix that in with what's already going on, you've got a very, very dangerous situation. I know the winds were tremendous a few days ago, and it was like solar winds. It felt like winds from space. It was just massive. It was during a meteor shower, but it's just, there's a lot going on, I'll tell you. And this was that 6.0 earthquake in Greece. So this is your latest news. This is your one-stop for all the latest news happening in the world around us. Stay as safe as possible and stay as warm as possible if you're cold, and cool if you're hot. And just try to stay safe. That's all I can say. Our temperatures will be around 55 to 60. After Monday, it's going to be around 39 for the high, and then in the 20s at night. But then we warm back up to the 50s and 60s for 5 or 7 days or so. So that'll be fine. Anyway, peace, much love, signing out. My links are below if you'd like to. We're going through a really rough patch right now. Thank you to Jose Martinez for his donation. Checks have been very low, and money's tight right now. Very, very tight. We're having to use that donated money to help us out. That was so generous, and thank you very much. We've got to use that to help us out, and it is appreciated more than you will ever know. So can't do this without everyone. I love you all so much. I'll talk more about the storms and everything happening in the world around us And I just want to state how much I appreciate all donations. So you don't have to, but if you'd like to, and you do, thank you very much. My links below for email, and my links below for well, the email and the support link. But also, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, share, and all of that good stuff. Signing out.